Yeah, it's wet and cold. Boy, I mean, I tell you, I'm in my, what we used to call him something, yeah? Windbreaker. Remember, today is the day when Zidane and the crew travels to Draxall. We're carrying the Mount Pleasant game against Chapelton Maroons. We've been carrying a few Mount Pleasant games of late. That game starts at 3 o'clock, so look out for it. So we have limited time today, not the full 3 hour program until 4 o'clock. I think we might cut, maybe 5 minutes before 3 o'clock. So we have a little bit of time. But let me just read an article in the Observer today. I probably don't do the whole article. The article written by Daniel Blake, and it's entitled Photo Finish. Quite an appropriate name, I would think. With just over 30 days before the National Stadium hosts one of its two major athletics events this year, Sports Minister Olivia Babs-Grain says the resurfacing of the track will be completed in time, barring any potential setback. The track, which was initially laid in 2011 by German manufacturers BSW Regopol, has created cause for concern among stakeholders over the last few months, with many believing it would potentially lead to injuries for the nation's junior and senior athletes. Let me get to the quote now. Mr. Man like the quotes. Here's the minister directly. I'm going to be issuing a statement between today and tomorrow with all of the details. I can't give you much details at this time, but just to say yes, we are going to resurface the track. We have a very narrow window to do it, but we are going to work around the clock to get it done. And we intend to have it ready before boys and girls champs. More quotes. We are in touch with Grand Slam Track. My permanent secretary, Dean Roy Bernard, is handling those details. But suffice to say, we have identified the funds that were quoted to us for doing the track, and we are making arrangements to cover those costs. We are ensuring that when it's done, it will also be fit for certification. When asked if Grand Slam will be helping with the funding, this is her response. Quote, I can't give you those details now. We are still working through those details, but very soon we are going to either issue a statement or call a press conference. So then, the minister is committed to making the commitment to start. Now, here's another quote from the same article. I am told by the management of IPL that the track wasn't damaged. People were saying that the Freedom Street thing damaged the track. This is her response. I'm told by the management of IPL that the track wasn't damaged. The field had some damage. The track wasn't damaged. Most of the track was covered. And then she went on. The track has been in bad condition. The last race's Grand Prix, there was strong criticism of the condition of the track. And I even got called by Usain's management to say, boy, minister, when is something going to be done about the track? I bore that in mind that there has been criticism over time about the track. And then she went on, still more quotes. Since I was able to convince the Minister of Funds to provide the funds, because the end of financial year is usually a very critical time, I said, let me grab the opportunity to get it done. Long story, the minister has committed to get the track done. So whether champs will be affected is left to be seen. Or the Grand Slam event, that's left to be seen as well. It's a race against time. More discussions to come on that. But something that it could also affect is football. Remember, Cavalier are the Caribbean Cup champions. And as they advance in the CONCACAF Club Championships, they should be having a two-way tie with Inter Miami. First leg, I think, up in Miami, and then the second leg is here, March 13, when track are built and stadium are refurbished. Will that be done in time? And will Cavalier stand to lose if that is not done? You know, me turn the 5-minute man from Wawika, a style that I'm sure will be copied soon. But we're going to have a quick chat with the Cavalier man himself. He joins us right now. Mr. Rudolph Speed, sir, how are you?
I'm good, Orville. And you?
I am very good, man. Always good to have you.
Thank you.
March is when is the return leg for well, we don't know if Inter Miami will be our opponents yet. What's the status with them?
Yeah, Inter Miami won nil last night away, so they have a away goal.
Right.
Which is really a big goal because if the match ever draw, well, if the match draw, Inter Miami will go through, and there's some permutation like that will favor them, right? So
Who they playing against? Sporting Kansas, I think the team name.
Kansas, yeah, City FC. So they would definitely have to win by in excess of 2-0 to defeat Inter Miami.
And
would not be enough.
Sporting Kansas coming to Inter Miami with a certain fellow called Lionel Messi. If Inter Miami wins or draw that next game, then there's a collision course between Cavalier and
Inter Miami just need a draw. They don't need to win.
And that now is a two-leg thing between you and Mr. Messi himself.
Right. So we'll travel to Miami on the 6th.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to Jamaica and play on the 13th.
You know the situation. The stadium will be under repair. And you may not be able to play. What have you been told?
I don't have that information. But I don't have that information that will not play. The information that I have is that we are okay. We're not using the track, we're using the field.
Yeah.
So there could be some restrictions, but I don't have that information yet. Until I have that information, I'm saying that we're playing at the National Stadium. We have sent in our files asking them to play. You have to make a proposal, and we have sent that in. I think from last year, and as far as I know, we're still playing there, unless somebody knows something else.
Well, at the time when you made your application to play there, there was no renovation of the stadium track. Now that it is being announced over the last 2-3 days. That might just throw a different spin and twist on things.
Yeah, that's true too. But then I'm never the type of person to sit here and say that's not the end of the world. There's always a plan B and a plan C. But we're trying to go with plan A. So that's where we are. And until somebody tells me from the stadium that we're not playing, I'm just assuming that we're going to go.
If I were you, as soon as you hang up the phone, you call the relevant.
I am in contact with them.
Yeah.
That's in their problem.
If it's not the stadium, what would be plan B?
Well, there's only 2 facilities in Jamaica that can actually play a game of that magnitude, and it would be the Sabina Park. There are only 2 facilities that have the lights that is required to play a game of that magnitude. And then the other option is you'd have to play it in the day, or the other option is to play somewhere else, which you are entitled to do. So those are options that we as a club would try to make sure that we have that plan B and plan C. And if we have to do it, I mean, if you remember the team by the name of Orville from Haiti, they played here, all the games here. They couldn't play it in Haiti. But there's always that other side to the story where we can play somewhere else.
All right, let's say all is well and we can play the game here. You're not beard, Mr. Speed, man. You're not get richer than you are.
No, well, I don't know what that means. I mean, you guys just remember the 20-odd years where Moses taking my family money and spending on the club millions and millions. You guys just remember the last year we might make a money come watch.
But we wouldn't have had the likes of Lionel Messi and local style in most of our lifetime. I mean, Pele come in and the 70s.
And his Cavalier carry him, that's Cavalier style. His Cavalier did carry him, when Pele was here. So we're just kind of keeping the tradition. We're sorry we never get to carry like Romario and Ronaldo and those other people, but can never tell.
But as far as you're concerned, as far as you know, the game is still scheduled for the stadium.
As far as I know, yes.
March 30th. Good luck, sir. We'll leave it there, sir. Keep us posted.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, by the way, before you go, I just wanted to remind everybody that tickets are on sale at carticket.com, so you can go there and get your ticket. There's still the early bird special out until next week when they play the second leg.
Yeah.
People, you need to go out and get your tickets early and make sure that, you're waiting.
Ticket. Well, how much for those tickets?
Well, there's different prices. Their prices range from $1,000 all the way up to $6,000, so people go and get your ticket.
All right. When is the second leg with Inter Miami and Sporting Kansas?
It's on the 25th. That's next week. Next week, the 25th. I think it's a Tuesday. That's the second leg in Miami.
Yeah.
And I hope to be there watching them live.
Oh, you're flying up?
Look, I'm not in this to joke it out. We are in this to try and bring fame and fortune to Jamaica. This is a Jamaican thing. We want to do our country proud.
And beat up Messi and him like an idiot too.
Yeah. I wouldn't go so far. But close enough.
All right, Mr. Speed, big up yourself.
Thank you.
All right, that was one of my 5-minute man segment. Here, wow, no can call it now. 615-2841. Remember, as we said, Zidane and the crew that gone to the North Coast. So, make we just take the first one right now. Hello. Oh, 615-2841. Make we buzz you and make we hear what I got. 615-2841. Yeah, man, that's the number I give you. 615-2841. All right. While you get your fingers into gear, here is something else that came out this morning. You remember the Spanish FA president? I'm going to tell you how much them charge the man for that troops. Are the dearest troops in the history of mankind. We go back online. Yeah, hello.
Is this the second biggest sports show in Jamaica? Are you this?
Hold the line. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a while.
And now we have Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. Now, Mr. Mac, we've been hearing a lot of good things about Three Angels Pharmacy. What is it that makes the Three Angels Pharmacy so unique?
Well, at Three Angels Pharmacy, we offer fast, friendly, and efficient customer service. We give back to our community. We offer counseling, blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks. We do photocopying, printing, faxes. And if we don't have it, we'll get it for you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. For further information, call us at 625-5584 or 295-7469. Three Angels Pharmacy, located at shop number 7 Caledonia Plaza, 7B Caledonia Road, Mandeville.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website, jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so now we won't have to break. Yes, Garvey, back with you.
Yeah, man. You know, I know why you're the second biggest sports show in Jamaica.
No, I thought I was fourth.
No, here why you're second, man. You know, there a time ago, there was a burning social issue in Jamaica, even though it wasn't really sports related. So maybe you a pass in that case. But your biggest competition was able to get the sitting minister on, to talk to him about the issue. Now here we are with the man who say the biggest thing in our sports in Jamaica. I'm of the biggest links. That's why we have the links every day. And we've been having this stadium discussion for a long, long time. And the biggest man with the biggest links can't get the minister and we can't put you first.
Keep going.
On the top.
You sound like a man on a mission, and we know what the mission is. We all know.
Hey, guess what? Yesterday, like a game the way you play, just remember this. Two can play now. So guess what?
Yeah.
Every time you tell me something on a mission, I can tell you say you are compromised and filtered.
All right, you can. The public will decide.
Okay.
Or the public have already decided.
Boy, yesterday they did give us all leaks, the public on the callers. I heard them.
Isn't that the norm?
All your biggest disciple.
Isn't that the norm? The aim is to come at the
no, him tell us, no, man, that is a man who is a beat Garvey, and him tell us that you were quiet.
Garvey, the aim of talk radio in Jamaica is to come at the goat every time.
All your disciples them too?
Even them sometimes.
No, man, stop it, man. Yeah. Anyway, did you get your briefing on your financial inadequacies in the reasoning yet?
No.
All right. So I allow you for that because you know you see the reckless statements of both you and Zidane. More make sure it's him there.
What reckless
statement? Team side. Oh man, leave that for now, man. Council doesn't wish to disclose the evidence at this time.
Okay.
We move on. Move on to the state of mission, Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
So I'm hearing through some sources, Mr. Higgins, quite credible, that one Mr. Michael Johnson had sourced the people to renovate the track. Did you hear that information?
I'm hearing all kinds of things. I can't confirm any of them, but I heard that as well.
And I'm hearing that the cost has been discounted by some US $100,000 to the government because of Mr. Johnson's referral.
I've heard things, can't confirm.
Okay, cool. So this is why you have to have bigger links so you can get the minister. Okay. With your links, you have to go. Your links. You look like you go a town too late, Orville. You should have go a town early like me. You see, the difference in me and you know, you go to university in the country. Me go in the town, so me learn town craft earlier than you.
Okay. The difference with you and I is that you're on a mission and I'm not.
I'm a what?
The difference with you and I on this particular topic is that you have an agenda and I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you said I'm a politician. That's what you said?
I never said that.
Okay. I have an agenda. But remember, say you compromised, then.
All right, fine. You're entitled to that.
So at this point, Mr. Higgins, we are facing the obvious prospect of an international embarrassment. You realize that, right?
Yes.
And basically, the man that you brought on yesterday was the head of the J3As.
Yeah.
He said that he was not at the meeting to know if an assurance was given to Mr. Johnson. He said he had his deputy sitting on the meeting for him. However, I take note of the fact that he did not say to you what the deputy relayed to him, which I found quite odd, didn't you?
No.
You know what is sad, Mr. Higgins?
No.
In Jamaica, we as taxpayers, we pay leaders. They don't pay us.
Huh.
We hire and fire them. They don't hire and fire us. However, as a boss, we are unable to get any answers from our employees, even from the people in the media charged to do such.
Did you listen to the Observer article that I read a while ago at the start?
Have a great day, Mr. Higgins. Big up yourself. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, the man on a mission says that we can't hear from the sports minister. That's what the man on a mission just tell you. 5 minutes after I read an article by the minister in today's paper, either he wasn't listening to me at the start of the program, or he's just conveniently not realizing that she has, in fact, addressed the issue. But men on mission will behave like men on missions. But, Garvey, just for your benefit, the minister is in the papers, the Observer. I read it at the start of the program, addressing the issue which you said nobody's getting the minister to talk about. Man on a mission. You are wrong, as you always are. or as you frequently are. Next call. Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Who is this?
No, friend. I want to pick up Lady C. Lady C, good afternoon, wherever you are. You're one of the person who made me decide to call this show. You were inspiration for me then, and you still are now. And from you can take up your phone and call Lady C, in spite of all of the nonsense you hear, then me can call them. Pick up yourself, Lady C. I hope I'm not on a mission now. Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
Yes. This latest debacle of the national stadium, and some people calling it a national disgrace, and so on and things. Do you remember the last time the stadium track was fixed?
I think I hear him say something about 2011.
Do you remember who was the minister of sport at that time?
No.
Do you remember who was the government at that time?
Was it the JLP administration in 2011?
The JLP administration was the government.
Yeah.
And they said Adam Bob Grave was the minister of sports at that time, and it was $85 million at the time. I think that they used to relay the track. And I'm also hearing talk that it was supposed to serve some years, and that year would have been next year coming. I am not saying that no party did a wonderful job in maintaining stadiums and, across Jamaica and so on. But what I'm saying, do you remember the time it was fixed before 2011?
No.
No. Okay. I'm saying to you, I'm saying to Jamaica that this outcry about being a national disgrace because the track was not fixed, stadium run down and so on, I think. And the minister should come out and speak. The same minister was in charge of the track that was fixed 2011. And also, I want to understand the deal or the workings of this Michael Johnson track and what led to this big national outcry now about this being a national disgrace. Because as far as I can remember, and the track was in such a bad state and such a bad disgrace, but I'm still keeping that bad track and that bad thing, right? You can vote the fastest man. He did his last race out here. I can't remember which year. The Gibson relay is going to be held on this disgraceful track.
I hear that they might move it to over stadium east, but go on.
Over stadium east, right? What I'm trying to say is that I believe most of the person who are calling this a national disgrace is doing it for political mileage. Me says so. Okay? Because if you only care about the fact that it is a national disgrace because of Michael Johnson Grand Prix thing, and never care when our little boys and girls, preps champs and primary champs and boys and girls champs is going to run up there, then I say that you are much about nothing when you are calling it a national disgrace. I would believe.
No, man, you've been preaching. Let me respond.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I remember as kids, you see, and I won't take as long as you.
No, thank you.
I remember when we were children, and we had one of the few televisions in the community, a little community called Petersville, and we used to have people from the community coming to my house to watch Festival, Miss Jamaica, Crucifixion. You know what these nationally televised issues.
Yes.
And Bibbs would the best. If you clean the yard, it could be earlier than now. Me would have to sweep up what we call the barbecue and thing.
It's taking long enough.
You had taken longer. The point is, when you are entertaining people from outside of your jurisdiction, The tendency is to put on your best show.
Okay, so it's the look of it you guys are worried about. What about the danger in running on the track?
I don't think anybody will be hurt by running on the stage.
Okay, all right.
So we want to make a good impression to an international meet.
Right. So, okay.
And therefore, you can understand the outcry.
Right.
In a way where when we are in it, it's bad when we are doing it with self in a budget, but you have to understand.
Yes.
When visitors are coming to your yard,
I get that part.
You want to create a
so let me ask. This is where maybe now I can probably blame the government. Michael Johnson, are you going to help fix up the track, sir? Because right now, the country staying our way. We just come out of COVID. The hospital is not really fixed about Jamaica. Babies are dying up by the hospital and so on. I know you want to keep a track meet here because you understand the richness of Jamaica and track and field and sports. But right now we don't have the money for that. Are you going to help with the fixing of the look of the
No, man,
track,
I think
sir?
Jamaica will benefit financially from the thing being staged.
I know we will, but what I'm saying to you is this, right? Is this at what cost? Because if it was slated to fix next year, and so that means money would have been tried if we get for next year, not for this year. So if somebody wants the track, so them come and see the track and they want the track, and I said this is where I probably blame the government, because if them come and see the track in whatever city it is, and them say to the government, I would love to rent your house. Let us use a house. You understand? And them say to the house, the pipe one fix and whatever. But you know you never have the money to fix it. This is where I blame the government. No, they should have said, listen, and next year me plan to fix my house, You understand? So if you want to rent it this year, I have the money to fix them pipe, I have the money to fix the ceiling, Can you will you be giving me the money to do that? So I put the rent in such a way that it could have helped to do those things.
Yes.
So this is where I would have been the government now to say, yeah man, we can get it for you, man. We can get it for you. Knowing say really and truly them probably don't have the money to do it. You understand? And then now to make people, like I say now, boss man, to make people are going to say it is an outcry because of Michael Johnson. Me say it is an outcry for our students. I'm talking about the danger part of it.
No man, there's no danger. Running on the track, you won't get injured, buddy. So
no,
forget the danger.
Then it must do about nothing. Then
it's all about the aesthetics and the appeal.
Okay, this is not a national disgrace, as we hear some people are say, and this is not the government wrong or whatever, as we hear some people are say. It is just maybe they should have looked Michael Johnson in the eye and said, listen, we country block, we don't have the money, so we appreciate you wanting to come here, but our stadium will be refurbished next year. Right. Can you come back next year, or can you help us this year to fix it up?
All right, it's Jesse Blake's time. I hear you. I think although we know where you're coming from, I think your call was fear.
Where I'm coming from. Yes. I'm coming from my office.
we know where you are coming from.
I know where from my office.
We know where the previous caller was coming from. But hold on, I'm saying I thought your call was fear. Take the thing now.
Yeah, but don't add that part in it, sir. Don't mud up my fear call because I call Desmond McKenzie.
I know where you're coming from. Not from your office, man. That me know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're coming back after that.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
1:30.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. A total of 550 days after a case that shook Spanish and global football, Luis Rubiales has been found guilty of sexual assault. On Thursday, Spain's High Court found that the former president of the Spanish Federation kissed Jenny Hermoso without consent during the medal ceremony after Spain won the Women's World Cup in August 2023. Rubiales, who has always maintained the kiss was consensual, was fined 10,800 euros or $10,800. He was also banned from going within 200 meters radius of Hermoso and from communicating with her for 1 year. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game, from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. Jesse Blake, how are you, Jesse Blake?
Oh, it sounds like you're having a better day than Luis Rubiales, man. I'm good. How are you?
Has there ever been a kiss that is more expensive than that?
Well, I tell you, that's right up there. I think that is the standard now. $10,200.
10,000 US is how much money, Jesse?
Whole heap, 1.57 million Jamaican.
$1.7 million for kiss a girl on consent.
1.57, yeah.
Before we get into this, there was a point. I was trying to call you yesterday. Now, understand you were in a meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to clear up this issue once and for all, and I hope Mark Watson is listening. Can a favorite in a league change from the start of the league to during the league?
Wow. Well, there are a number of issues that can beset a team.
Yeah.
And that can, of course, lead to a change in confidence in that team.
Right.
Simply put, yes.
Good.
The favorite can change.
So if the team that start as favorites and will therefore sell as favorites, midway through that season, that team doesn't necessarily still have to be the favorites according to logic and the bookies and so on.
Absolutely. According to logic, according to bookies, yep, that's right.
So
look at last year with Arsenal, for example. Yeah, they of course started off as the favorite. Then
Arsenal was the favorite at the start. At the start of the Premier League.
They were in the probably like the top 3 teams to win it.
Right.
And then as the season went on and they played well, they rose to the top as the favorite to take the league, but tripped up in the last third of the campaign, and as such, it was Liverpool. No, it was Manchester City who overtook them.
Yeah.
And of course, by the third, by 70% of the league finished, Arsenal wasn't the favorite anymore. So I mean, it can happen during that season. Favorites can change around, and that's not only according to bookies, but as you rightly said, according to logic, things can happen to a team. The injuries, coaching changes, a number of things can happen, and as such, yeah, you can lose the favorite tag. That's just part of it.
I didn't ask the question for me, Jesse.
Oh, you understand? Oh, okay.
Jesse,
all right, good.
I'm an intelligent man.
No. Listen,
there are some.
Mark is intelligent.
There's a prevailing thought that once you were declared favorite at the start of the season, then you remain favorites for the entire season, which is one of the silliest arguments I've ever heard in my life. But I promise to call you a man who makes a substantial living from this and talking about and dealing in these matters. Problem solved. Mark Watson, you owe me a drink, my classmate. I did. You have lost this argument, as you always lose every argument whenever.
Oh my God!
Anyway,
wow.
Having said all that, let's move on to the EPL, my boss. I understand that is where we're starting. Everton will be hosting Man U this Saturday. Talk to us about.
All right, cool. Let's head right into it because I want to get to some odds on the Champions Trophy too at the end of it. So let me move quick here. Yeah, Everton hosting Manchester City. This Saturday at 7:30 in the morning at Jamaica time. And these two teams are jostling to move up the league here, or the league table. Everton have been having a decent run with David Moyes, picking up 13 from an 18 possible points since he's returned as Everton manager. United, they fell to a third defeat in their last 4 at Tottenham last weekend. The toughest of Everton are the favourite team to win according to the JustBet final result bet option at $2.45. Healthy odds for the favourite. The Red Devils of United, the underdog, at $2.85, and the draw attracts odds of $3.20. Let's head right into correct score betting for those who've never heard of this before. If you can predict the score of a game, and that's the correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time, it can pay off very well for you. And you can place a bet on virtually any scoreline that you'd like to bet on for each and every football game. For Everton hosting Manchester United this Saturday morning, 7:30 Jamaica time, take advantage of these betting opportunities, which include, if Everton wins by a goal to nil, a $500 bet would pay $3,750 in winnings. If it's Everton 2-1, $5,000 even with a $500 bet. Everton 2-0, $6,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Now for United, correct score bets include if they win by a goal to nil, $4,000 on offer with a $500 bet. United 2-1, $5,500 on offer with $500 work. United 3-1, $13,000 even with a $500 bet. I'm taking Everton to win this game. 2 goals to nil, $6,000 even with a $500 bet. I'm taking Everton at home. They always play well at home. I'm taking them to win at $2.45 straight up.
By the way, Man U playing, I'm not surprising you bet against them. And playing away, I'm probably just hedging towards Everton as well. I'm going with a Bob Marley for Everton.
No problem. Yeah. Everton by a goal to nil pays $3,750 in winnings with a $500 bet.
And then Aston Villa will be welcoming Chelsea. Aston Villa, who played to that rather exciting 12 draw with the favourites at this point in the EPL. Let's see what will happen when they take on Chelsea. How do you have that one?
All right. Well, yeah, thanks to Darwin Núñez, it was Aston Villa that was able to have that entertaining draw with league leaders Liverpool. Now, Aston Villa set for a fourth consecutive home game in all competitions. They haven't lost at Villa Park since the Carabao Cup defeat to Crystal Palace in October. Well, Chelsea head into this one after back-to-back defeats at Brighton in the FA Cup and the Premier League. Enzo Maresca's side, they've won just 2 of the last 9 league outings, a run of form that has seen the Blues slide to 6th place. Both teams desperate for a win here, but it is Chelsea that's favored to win according to the Just Bet final result bet option at $2.45. Villa come in at $2.60. The draw in this encounter at $3.60. Folks, do remember that the Just Bet correct score betting option gives you the best chance to win the biggest return on your betting buck. All right? For this game, take advantage of a number of correct score bets, and those include, if it is that Villa wins 1-0, a $500 bet pays $6,500 in winnings. Villa 2-0, $8,000 even with a $500 bet. Villa 3-1, $9,500 an offer with a $500 bet. For Chelsea, correct score bets included they win 2-1, $5,000 an offer with $500 work. Chelsea 2-0, $7,500 an offer with a $500 bet. If Chelsea wins in a 5-goal thriller by 3 goals to 2, you're looking at $10,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Aston Villa 3 goals to 1. Chelsea has to show me something again. $9,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Villa at home, I'm taking the upset in Villa's favor at $2.60 straight up.
I went home last night and watched back extensive highlights of that 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
With Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
This Aston Villa team you're playing at home can when them ready, go on good.
Yep.
Against a Chelsea team that fluctuating form, let's call it that. So like you, I'm going with Aston Villa, but I'm not thinking 3-1. I think it will be a little bit closer than that. I'm going with Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1.
All right. Aston Villa 2 and Chelsea 1. That would pay $5,500 an offer with a $500 bet.
And this now is probably the most eagerly anticipated game in a little bit.
That's right.
It could be the game that sees the next champion.
Yes.
Dethroning the reigning champions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Liverpool who will go to play away to City. How do you see this one?
Yeah, this one near make sure rice and peas are your favorite protein is ready. And for the vegetarians, yeah, either your fish or your straight veggies. Make sure you have your ITAL food lined up. Make sure you have your fruit juice ready. For this one, it's going to be a monster game at 11:30 on Sunday morning, prime time for some great football. And let's head right to the Just Bet final result bet option. Liverpool on the road at the Etihad. Liverpool, the favored team to win at $2.25. The citizens of Manchester City at $2.71 for the upset, and the draw attracts odds of $3.75. Correct score bets you can place on this game include City 2-1, $5,500 an offer with a $500 bet. City 2-0, $10,000 an offer with $500 work. City 3-2, $10,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Liverpool 2-1, $5,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Liverpool 3-1, $8,000 on offer with a $500 bet. If Liverpool blanks City by 3 goals to 0, $13,000 can be yours with only a $500 bet. A 2-all draw for me, $6,000 even with a $500 bet. I'm taking the draw, $3.75 straight up.
For so many reasons, I was thinking 2-all as well. I think Liverpool will be coming out. I think they have drawn their last 2 games. They are desperate for 3 points from somewhere. Manchester City desperate to be a part of the top 4, especially now dropping out at the Champions League, which was just such a wimpish performance against Real Madrid yesterday. So, one part of Mr. 2-all draw. But it's like how you said 2-all. I'm going to go Liverpool to win the game by 3 goals to 2.
Liverpool by 3 goals to 2. Wow.
Yeah.
That's way out there. Liverpool 3 goals to 2 $14,000 on offer with a $500 bet.
All right, take us to the break.
Thank you so much. And of course, it's ICC Champions Trophy time in Orville's favorite game, cricket. Well, tomorrow at 4 in the morning, Afghanistan will be doing battle with South Africa. Afghanistan at $2.98, they're the underdog. South Africa, the favored team to win at $1.40. On Saturday, 4 in the morning, the big clash. Australia will be taking on England. Australia favored to win at $1.78. England at $2.05. Well, guess what? You can bet on these games while they are in play. Live betting is available for all games of the ICC Champions Trophy for 2025. And do remember, today we do have some Europa League games on tap. Some of them have started already, and you can bet on those. For example, AS Roma versus FC Porto is on tap, being played right now. At 3 o'clock, the likes of Ajax, Real Sociedad, and Fenerbahce and Anderlecht will also be in action. For football, cricket, tennis, basketball, all of your favorite sports, make it justbetja.com. Make it supremegames.com. Make it the Supreme Ventures gaming app or one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. Of course, we're looking forward to you coming in, getting in the game, and winning big with us at JustBet. Of course, all to you, your team, and the listeners from all of us at JustBet. Stay safe, enjoy the games, have a great weekend, and catch you guys next week.
Big up, Sir Jesse Blake. Yeah, man, we'll talk next week. With that, we got to the break. That was the JustBet Winner's Edge, sponsored by JustBet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. JustBet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
Get ready, Jamaica! It's time for the Melbourne Pure Water 5K on March 9 at 7 a.m. Come and support Jamaica's Special Olympics. Gate prize all weekend for two at any Sandals resort in Jamaica. Wear something cricket and get a chance to win prizes, Kiddies Village, and sponsor giveaways. Register now online at melbournecricketclub.org or at Melbourne Cricket Club. This event is kids-friendly and family-approved. Sponsored by Pure Water, Tasty, Pinnacle Insurance Brokers, ASSL Security Services, Blue Diamond Almond, Jetcon, Equity Capital, Agape Courier, School FM, Caribbean Fragrance and Flavors, Carlisa Enterprises, IRE FM, Qualcare, Jackton Enterprise, Country Traders, KLAS, Sandals Resort, Biochemical, and many other fine sponsors.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Now, these are interesting times. And if you want to know how interesting these times are, just go back to our first two cards. Garvey, who I say is a man on a mission, started throwing barbs even before him started card. Is this the second biggest talk show in the world or in Jamaica? We know what that is about, don't we? We know what that is about. He has never called the program with that kind of intro before. But these are serious times. So Garvey is armed and ready because he's on a mission. So he starts his conversation by throwing barbs at the host who he thinks isn't supporting his mission. But we understand that, and we expected it. What we didn't expect was another man on a mission, and that's Badger. We know his mission, we didn't know he would call. Now, Baggio said that he called because of Lady C. Oh, Lady C, man. Lady C. If Lady C can call, then I can call. How many of you believe that Baggio's call had anything to do with Lady C? Or how many of you believe that Baggio's call was primarily because he's on a mission, didn't get the kind of justice he wanted elsewhere, and couldn't resist the opportunity to state his case on what he thought would be a friendlier pitch? You decide. We take the next one. Hello.
Well, I three in a row because I'm on a mission, you know. and I never get the justice elsewhere, you know. So me I come for my justice, you know.
No,
no, but seriously though, Mr. Higgins, that's some English lesson me come for today still, you know.
Joel, that I can help you.
Yeah, man, me come for some English lesson, and if me wrong, you know, me not fear come out and say me wrong.
Yeah.
So, me go ask you, what do you know always use hypothetical or whatever? Me go ask you a situation. So, Brown will play for Mullins, right?
Yeah.
There's a footballer and they play for Mullins. If him and a referee have an altercation and he get a red card, and a story come out and said he could get up to a 12-game ban, right? And I call your radio station and I said to you that Brown could get a 12-game ban. Say today, Thursday, the story come out. And I call it the same time and tell say he could get a 12-game ban. No. If, say Saturday morning, the hearing go on. Remember, they never give a timeline when the hearing go on, but the hearing come out and said he escaped the 12-game ban, but he got a 2-game ban.
Yeah.
That statement that I made to you, would it be wrong?
No. Could get is futuristic. Could
Right.
get me. You didn't say will get.
I did not say will get, and the other thing is,
if you said could get, then you said nothing wrong.
And also, I could not say to you that he could have gotten a 12-game ban, because remember, I don't know that the hearing go on because they did not give a timeline.
What's the difference between could get and could have gotten in this context? I'm not sure.
No. What I'm hearing is that I should have said he could have gotten a 12-game ban.
So what's the difference between could get and could have gotten? You said could get. What is the difference between could get and could have gotten?
No, the thing is, let me tell you how could have used in that context. I'm not a big English man, but what I think where could have used is if I had known that he had gotten the 2-game ban.
Anyway,
then I could have said he could have gotten a 2-game ban.
Here's what I'm about. When I don't get justice with somebody who is not as intelligent as me, when I run come around.
No. But what happened? I just wanted to
You say, all I will say is that if you said they could get, and even if you had said they could have gotten, could have gotten would mean after the result.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. That if I had knowledge if he had gotten the 2-game ban, then I could have said then
could have gotten would mean that you know the result and thing. But could get means that you don't know what the result is and you're speculating.
That's my point. That is the only point that I'm saying, because I did not know that he had gotten the 2-game ban, but what I did know.
No man, argument done. You get that thing from an expert English teacher. Move on.
I just wanted to know that I did not do anything wrong.
No, you did not, sir. Pass that. Yes. You passed the English class with flying colors.
All right, good. Yes. The other thing, you see the Champions Trophy shaping up. We have as because one of the things before you answer, you can go make your talk. One of the things is them say Australia have lost. They lost 4 one-days and struggle to make 200. Even though Steve Smith are the captain, all of that. So, yes. So over to you.
Tell us that because Western is not in it, the interest factor not as high as it as it otherwise would have.
But as a cricket man still, you know, although I know a lot of sports are going now.
Yeah, man. And I want to tell you something, you know. While I'm a cricket man, I'm not big on one-day competitions if West Indies is not there. You see, if West Indies did I play, we've been different. But the Champions Trophy without West Indies, I might watch the semi-final and the final, but the day-to-day games, to be honest, the interest factor not there.
Right. So that means you know even too privy to talk about
No, me not too pre wago.
So why is that though? Why is so you know cricket man, why is it what interest more in a T20 and test cricket? Because you tell us that you stay up the other day
yeah, man,
Australia, India, you know.
Yeah, man, them in far more interested than test cricket.
So you lose at 4 o'clock in the morning these games start, you know. So you tell me that a one-day game that starts 4 o'clock in the morning right now, we want to involve West Indies. You prefer stay up for watch a game between Australia and West Indies that start 11 o'clock in the night?
Yes. I prefer to watch Australia West Indies in a test match than watch
a one-day. You sound like
than watch a one-day tournament that West Indies is not involved in.
So then suppose it was a T20 World Cup without the West Indies.
Yeah, probably I'll watch that a little bit more. I think that the one-day format doesn't galvanize the kind of public.
I don't see even you know, really. I think out of all three formats, I think the interest, not just you. I'm not even feeling it.
No man, the one day of the three formats, I think the one day, the 50 over format is has the least public traction among the three, including me, especially without the Western.
So the T20 would have basically more a take away the one day more than the the test cricket.
I think 50 overs cricket is more likely to die than test cricket.
Yeah, because as you say, me not really feel it around it.
I think that's the format that's more under threat. People keep saying that the test cricket is dying. From my perspective, it is 50 over cricket that's going to die first. But that's just...
And let me tell you something to Chip Mr. You want to say something on that thing about test cricket is dying, you know, because cricket is my number one sport. I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Higgins. Test cricket is dying, you know, West Indies is dying, you know. Yeah. Even in some of them smaller countries there, you know. Even in Bangladesh and a few other countries, you know. Test cricket, the people support the test cricket, you know.
Yeah, man. The last series with Australia and India, they had record crowds, you know. But Australia, India, and
not
England,
just Australia and India. We expect that with Australia and India.
Yeah.
But if you follow the cricket closely, we're not saying the interest.
The break, catch you though. The break, catch you.
We continue tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Man. Big up yourself.
All right,
we're coming back with it.
The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Mount Pleasant continues to be the most dangerous team in the Jamaica Premier League.
This could be a chance for Mount Pleasant. Shot to goal, 2-0!
They are comfortably ahead in the standings, and this Thursday at 3, they will set their sights on Chapelton Maroons, who are just 3 points above the drop zone and desperate for points. Will Mount Pleasant prevail, or will this be a footballing example of David slewing Goliath? The action will be at Draxall in St. Ann. Join Omega Radio this Thursday at 3 for Mount Pleasant versus Chapelton Maroons.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Path beneficiaries. The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the weekend star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000 to 13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, now, so our first selection, and this one is specifically requested long before, what you call it now, reggae gospel, our dancehall gospel was popular. We used to like that. This is probably my favorite gospel dancehall or reggae song of all time. You can't believe how much that song, it was like my anthem at one point. It is Shinehead. Remember Shinehead? Carl Edmund Ake. The real rock. Give me some volume. Give me some volume. Oh my God. Early 90s, ladies and gentlemen. Turn up a mic. Turn up a mic. You all get together. He's calling God the real rock. Hear the sound. There was nothing. So he created heaven and earth and everything therein in turn gave birth. Yeah. Last but not least, he made man to rule the land, but man had a different plan. Understand? The snake had a trick up his sleeve. Who died him and leave? I'm gonna tell you who made them all leave. They try to pull the fast, but that was, oh my God. And guess who wasn't taking no shot? The real. In other words, he said, whatever you're doing, God at the real rock, you can't go wrong. Let me hear, eagle and bear trap. You better pull up with you. Listen up. Let me tell you what the deal was. Invented drug, so you could wipe us up, of course, but the jails got bigger. More guns for hire, and they're very quick to pull the trigger. But you don't know have to answer. One of the greatest songs ever made at the history of mankind. That's like, whatever you do, the reader. That's how we're living. He gave his own son so our sins could be forgiven. You're gonna hear, deaf, see him but blind. Natural disasters are also a sign, which is why I wrote this rhyme on the right. This is the kingdom of heaven. Caught your bragging dragging. I don't want to hear it. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Hey, you don't have to answer. You know, I hear this word, Nick. One of the greatest songs ever met. Yeah, tell you. And I sure ain't on a good guy trip. Went provoked and flip and button your lip. Say it. Some of us get on stage and bragging about a credential. Claim to be hard. And we ain't even credential. I'd sure feel stupid bragging about a fortune and fame. Up on stage giving praise to my own name. Do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? I won't stress. So don't disgrace the S. As entertainers, we were put in a position to preach. I'll abuse the freedom of speech. Yeah, you know who you are. Are you just right? Yeah, extremely upset. Father, because they know not what they done. Yo, the public made you. You owe them a lot of what you got. Most of all, give strengths and fight. Oh my God. That is one of the greatest songs ever. That's Shine It, for real. You know any other track on Shine It? Which one has Shine It biggest tune? I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. You know them tune it. But I think his biggest song was that tune called Stripes. Do you remember? Stripe. Boy, I mean, tell you. Anyway, 615-2841. That song that inspire me every time I hear it. All right. We'll take another one. Hello.
Yes, I. That's it.
Blessed. Who is preacher?
Yeah.
What you say, preacher?
Yeah, a big tune. It does. In the beginning, there was nothing.
So he created heaven and earth, and everything therein in turn gave birth. Yeah. Last but not least, he made man to rule the land, but man had a different plan. Understand? The snake had a trick up his sleeve. Food Adam and Eve.
Let me tell you who made them all leave.
They tried to pull the fast one, but that was the first and last. But they got caught. And guess who wasn't
taking those shots?
You know what, you know what, are the greatest.
Yeah,
Before
man,
there was
that tune they loaded with biblical references. Yeah, man, anyway. Shine it, man. Big tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, talk about a little bit of the development in terms of our infrastructure, sporting infrastructure in the country.
Yeah.
I know that there's a temptation that people have to be hyperbolic in how we speak about issues. And I mean, we are in the city season, of course, so a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fair criticism of administration, including the current, that we have not necessarily given the kind of attention that we should to maintaining the facilities that we have in a way that doesn't see us being last minute or knee-jerk to events that will be taking place.
Right.
If we were constantly maintaining / upgrading our facilities, we would find ourselves in a situation like we are in now, where we are in a race against the clock. You understand?
Right.
And I think, given what we have seen in terms of wastage, resource wastage across many different ministries, departments, and agencies, we can do better. And we should do better.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But at the same time, the track that we now have at the National Theatre, this blue track, because when we were growing up, we were used to a red track.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
This blue track was laid in 2010, late 2010. And it was resurfaced in 2020 or 2021, thereabouts. And we're now 4 years away from the last time work was done on it. I don't know that the track in and of itself is bad. I think what is clear is that the track kind of pitchy-patchy. Oh? You have different shades of blue on the track. And for the Michael Johnson event, it not look good for TV.
Right.
And this being, I think, it's going to be the first of the series.
Yes.
Right. I mean, one can understand from an optic standpoint why Mr. Johnson and his team would want to have a surface that is unicolored. But we wouldn't have had any issues in terms of the track if Michael Johnson was not having anything. Right? We would have still had the boys and girls championships, still had Gibson. We wouldn't be rushing to meet the demands of that, would we?
No, I don't.
Right. So some of the hyperbole about national disgrace, we can't tone it though. Because I don't know that this is a national disgrace. I have greater concerns about the lighting issues because I think with the Inter Miami potentially advancing to the next round of the CONCACAF Championship, Cavaliers
Make a plan to
could
stay on top of
possibly
your mortgage.
be hosting them in a game.
You heard us talking to Speed in the 5-minute chat a while ago.
No, I missed that.
No,
I
man,
was
we
actually.
talked to him.
What did he say?
He says that he had gotten the assurance from late last year that Cavalier will be playing that game at the stadium when March 13, and nobody up to this point has said otherwise. So he's expecting to still have the game, hopefully against Inter Miami on the 13th.
Okay.
But he said that he does have plan B just in case.
Okay. Well, the concern some time ago was the issue of lighting at the National Stadium.
Yeah.
In terms of hosting games of that at that level. Yeah. And my issue with that is I don't know that we should be ordering light to fix lights that go wrong. We should have those in stock. Those should be, IPL should have lights ready in the event that a ball blow. You understand?
Yes.
Because you know how these things are in terms of the procurement process and the logistics of moving things from one country to another. Anything can go wrong. So those things, I think we need to manage better.
Okay.
I hope that we get the game because it would be good for football in Jamaica. It would be good for Cavaliers and their coffers. Because I can imagine the National Stadium would be jam-packed if Lionel Messi and Inter Miami find themselves at the National Stadium.
Okay.
I just want to say one last thing.
Yes.
Last night, my Los Angeles Lakers were beaten by Charlotte. I think it's 100-97. Luka and LeBron were playing together. And I think, again, the problem that I have with my Los Angeles Lakers is our ability to defend effectively against skilled players and talented wings, and our inability to protect the paint when we play against bigs. If we can't deal with those two issues, the Lakers will have an early exit in the playoffs. With Luka or with LeBron playing well on offense but not able to play much defense and can't do much to guard our I'll leave it there.
Leave it there. It's a shortened show as well, so we talk. We're coming back after the break.
Cool.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy, your one-stop solution for all your needs. We've got you covered. From prescription items to household essentials, toys, electronic items, and even an internet cafe. Come fill your prescription and stop at our deli for a scrumptious meal. Visit us at Shop 27 Bargain Village Mall, 35 Main Street, Maple, Clarendon, or call us at 986-2324 or 786-2222. You can WhatsApp your prescription to us at 876-313-8980 for a hassle-free experience. Tate's Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Clarendon College football team. Thank you for choosing Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy.
It's our business to know how much is being spent in what areas, from education to healthcare.
From roads to security, because our taxes help pay for it.
So, the national budget is our business.
The national budget is my business.
It is my business.
The national budget is my business and yours.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. Visit the Ministry of Finance's website at mof.gov.jm for more information.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, then. So we're back. 615-2841. We go back online. Hello.
Yeah.
Correction. Who are you?
Well, go on, sir.
I'm here, my boss.
Yes. So, hosting Lionel Messi is almost a reality.
You're hearing breeze in the phone, man.
You hearing what?
Breeze in the phone.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. May I pull over here so I turn off this. All right. Everything sound better now?
No. Yeah, it sound
Everything
better.
sound better?
No, yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Mr. Austin Lionel Messi is almost a reality.
Yes.
Right. So basically, with a draw, we should be having Lionel Messi here on the 13th of March.
Yes.
Now, in terms of the condition of the stadium pitch, what's the latest on the stadium pitch?
Did you hear our interview with Mr. Speed earlier?
Parts of it, not in entirety. I was on the job.
Well, he said
No.
that he had made application to the powers that be and he had gotten the go-ahead to stage the game. And he said up to this point, he has not yet received any communication suggesting otherwise. So as far as he knows, the game is still available to be played at the stadium.
Well, so wouldn't that game be played on the lights?
Yes.
Best of my
yes.
Now, what is the status of the lights at the stadium?
Well, I don't know, but he's comfortable that the game will go on. So he probably knows more than I.
Okay. So he's saying that no one from IPL has informed him that he might have to go to a plan B.
No. He says up to this point. Oh yeah, up to this point, the stadium, the 13th, is what they are planning for.
All right, I'll be keeping a close eye on that one.
Yes, sir.
Until then, yes, man, I'll be keeping a close eye on that one. I think that too, based on what I'm seeing here on the sporting calendar for the year 2015, it seems as if it's a year that Jamaica is basically being put on show.
2015 or 2025?
2025.
Going back in our history, my boss.
2025, Jamaica has been put on show. Because if my memory serves me correct, we should have a day and night game against Australia.
Well, we should have a day and night game against Guyana starting the 5th.
The 5th of what?
The 5th of March coming up. As a precursor to that day and night game against Australia in June.
Yes.
They wanted to use that day and night game against Guyana as a kind of test run with the lights.
Yes.
To see if the lights will be ready for when Australia gets here.
Okay. So
my understanding though is that the lights at Sabine are not while it may pass the regional test.
Yes.
It may
for
not
international.
pass. Yeah, it may not pass the international test. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Albeit though we have a little more time on our hands for the Savannah event.
In June.
Because that is in June, right?
But what you don't want to just have a match, a test match at that in June without playing even one game under the same lights. No, not just under lights, but under the same lights where you're going to use for the test match.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm referring.
And they were hoping that they would get lights at Savannah Park in time for that game, March 5.
And who is responsible for that based on your information, Mr. Nicky?
My understanding is that it's the government who should be putting in the lights.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. And this is something that has been well documented in terms of the need for lights at Savannah for an extended period.
Yes.
Right. So all of these things that are coming up on us now, they are not new.
No.
They are not things that have just basically jumped out on us.
Yes.
These would have been things that are that have been there for a while and that have been pointed out to the powers that be.
Yes.
Then if that be said, Sir Higgins, why is it that when persons point out these obvious things, people tend to point to political agenda?
It depends. It depends on people's history.
Okay, I see. Oh, so it's not a broad brush.
No,
It's not a broad brush. Okay.
So
Accepted.
person A
Because-
can make the criticism, and we know that the criticism is coming from a genuine place.
Okay, understood.
While person D could make the criticism, and we know that person D is on a mission.
But on a serious note, though, Mr. Higgins, we need to do better as a country. We need to do better as a people. We need to see sports for what it is.
All right, it is a fair criticism, but the show is short. I may have some others here, but
all right.
Point made. We have to do better for it. And as sports loving people, we definitely going to advocate for more to be done for them sports facility. Nobody can go wrong.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Leave it there.
All right, we go back on. Hello. Yes.
Can you hear me?
You could be talking a little louder still. Is how you get this?
No, man. CC.
Oh, CC. You sounded.
Yeah, but
then
more
talk
ask
up,
you a
no man.
More ask you a question. With regards to the Jamaica cricket team and the Jamaica netball team.
You can talk up a little louder, CC.
Yeah. So, with regards to with regards to the Jamaican cricket team and the Jamaican netball team, in terms of the pool of players, where does these players come from? Like, where them draw, where they are selecting players for those teams?
Most of the netballers and football and cricketers are local based. Are people who are at least born in Jamaica.
All right. So, and football, and for football is what?
You're talking the under 17s?
Whether it be like, you see, for under 17 senior team,
We
football overall for Jamaica.
With the football, we tend to get more overseas based in the squad.
All right.
If you're talking
Yesterday
at
when
the
I
youth
was, so yesterday the question that what the sentiment I was stating, Orville, is this. In relation to it, I'm saying the dynamics would have been different for football than the other sports or the other areas which Jamaica participate in, given the talent pool that Jamaica draws from, right? So in terms of the innate biases, for example, we could look at West Indies. If you have a coach of certain countries in West Indies and they're seeing certain players being selected over some, for example, if you have a Trinidadian coach and you see 7 Trinidadian players in the team and not much diversification across the entire West Indies area, then people will say, no man, something is wrong. Like, probably there's innate biases. And then if you look at the statistics and you're saying, in regional cricket, you have these players performing at this level. However, we're not seeing them get selected. Why?
Then you get rid of that.
And then when you look at,
you get rid of that part. Yes, that particular coach. But hold on, CC. You have jumped from a particular coach possibly being biased to now making it a broad brush that you will never employ a local.
all right, so
that's
I think
jumping.
I think the question.
That's jumping
I think
from
the
one
question-
extreme to the next.
All right, look put it like this. We don't want to go to the extreme, right? But put it like this, Orville. I don't have a problem if the coach needs to live in Jamaica. The living part, I feel like you can live in Jamaica.
But you must not be Jamaican.
I not argue that. But my part about it is that I more favorably necessarily Jamaican because that coach doesn't a league.
Is that the same? Is that the same way you feel about a coach at the senior level as well in football?
No, I mean,
Going to take over there?
Hello?
No, you're saying which part?
You are saying you don't want to see it. You don't want to see a Jamaican coach coaching the under 17 team. I'm asking if that's your sentiment for the senior team.
Oh no, man! The sentiment in terms of the senior team, is for me. for example, let me put it like this.
No, see,
It's
just
not
answer the
necessarily
question
same
directly.
thing. No, it's not the same sentiment. The sentiment that I'm talking about is a coach that is predominantly coached locally. So if, for example, you have Miguel Coley to come and coach a youth team, I don't have a problem. Because Miguel Coley would have gained international experience. And even though he comes from Jamaica, he have a broader experience to grasp from.
No.
And he would
So
understand the
no,
level.
hold on, Cece. Now you're talking about competence and qualification. Your argument yesterday was not about competence and qualification. Your argument yesterday was about being biased. Now you're kind of trying to make a about turn. Your argument about not wanting a local to coach the under 17 team didn't have anything to do with qualification and experience. Nice try.
And maybe I needed to expound on that in terms of if there's a local coach that has international experience, then I'm okay with that person because that person will understand the different levels. I'm not okay with the person who is just locally qualified.
So your argument has changed from yesterday. So it's no longer about bias, but now about quality.
No, the bias is the bias comes in when you're just exposed to local players.
So why couldn't the
That's
man
when
who is
bias
experienced also be biased? Why couldn't Miguel Coley be biased when he comes in?
No, because Miguel Coley could be biased, but I think he would be less likely to be biased than the person who is just exposed locally.
All right, I hear you.
But tomorrow we expound on it still.
All right, cool.
So look more big up.
Yeah, man. So that's easy. A little tweaking of his original position, I think, but his original position was kind of biased. So he did it, not biased, was kind of bramble. So he did the right thing. We'll take the break. We're coming back.
Yes, it's tax time. March 17 is the due date for your income tax returns. Self-employed individuals are required to file their annual returns SO4 and estimated return SO4A with income tax, education tax, NHT, and NIS due and payable on one return. Companies are required to file the ITO2, which is the annual return, and the estimated return ITO7. Visit jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 888-TAX-HELP for details. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. All right, in the Champions Trophy, India had a victory over Bangladesh today by 6 wickets. Bangladesh batted first. They made 228 from 49.4 overs, with Hridroy getting 100 from 118 balls. Jacker got 68. Shami took 5 for 53. And India replied 231 for 4 from 46.3 overs, with Shubman Gill getting 101 not out. Rohit Sharma getting 41. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich financing.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Beneficiaries. The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, then less than half an hour to go. Remember, Zidane and the crew will be down there in Traxall covering the game between Mount Pleasant and Shackleton Maroons. Shackleton are just 3 points above the relegation zone, so they need the points. Mount Pleasant, I think, 7 points off the pace at the other end of the team. How we staying on Miss B? All right, 615-2841. All right, now call that number right now, 615-2841. Now that there's a little opportunity now for me, so yes. You remember the caller who called yesterday and was asking if the JFF had sent any, I don't know, I don't remember the word he used, but any support, I suppose could be the word, for Bonnie Shaw and the situation she has found herself in with some online racist abuse. Now, I don't know how many of you are looking at it this way. Bonnie Shaw had said that she's not prepared to say what was said in that online rant, which I find quite interesting. Somebody must have inboxed her and say a bag of things, and that something can be quite disturbing. Let me get it. But she said she wasn't going to reveal what was said, which, you know, she does have a right to do. But I would think she would get more sympathy or more people supporting her if we know what exactly was said. You know what I mean, Miss B? You know what I mean? So she said she was verbally and racially abused, but she's not telling us what was said. What now do I say as a fan? I can only, even if I say, boy, sorry, you know, but because I don't know what was said, we can't, you know, it's a little bit hard to give you the best support I could put it that way. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But I don't know how I feel about a racist thing anyway. I know I'm going to make it bad at me. Me rich like them. 615-2841. Now, your personal inbox now is a little bit different from people chanting at you from the stands. Because your inbox now is a little bit more personal space. So maybe I'd feel if I probably just block the person so they don't have access to my thing again. But the man in a stand. You know my people. So when I even go back, go discuss that again. Anyway, 615-2841. As I said, we're going to be joining Zidane and the crew in a little bit. So I could hear from somebody new, if anything, no? Me like the new caller them, you know. Different perspective, fresher voice and thing. So if there's somebody new out there, this is your opportunity. You know how it goes. Sometimes the line them clog. Man can't get through. We have to do some little 2-minute and 3-minute thing, usually towards the end of the program. Take advantage of situations like this when you can. 615, very easy. 2841. Those are your numbers. If you wanna call. The other thing I wanna touch on is Man City losing that game against Real Madrid yesterday. Man City is struggling, not only in the league, I think this is the first time that Pep Guardiola, whether he was at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and what city, his team is not there in the round of 60. Something is definitely wrong. We'll go back online though. Hello.
Yes, Orville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who it is?
Got line man.
Oh, line Wagwan.
Yeah. Gavin sound so hot to me today at all.
No man, the minute tell say Garvey on a mission, man. Have you ever heard Garvey call and say, Orville, you have the number 2 ranked sports program on radio? You know, say that is straight, a man on a mission.
Yeah, but me know why I'm saying that.
This is a man.
Yeah, you're not the right way.
Eh?
You're not go out on a limb like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, the reason why he will say that is that there are other platforms whose views are more aligned to his views.
Yeah.
There you
go. I understand. But to be fair, I can't fault the minister. It's not those who know this national stadium and go down on the track like I do most of the time.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with the stadium itself. It's just that it's burn out. The blueness burn out. So the spots them when most of the spots were on the track now is where you would start. So is where the blocks go and the spikes. So them kind of renovate those.
Right.
So that is why the track have so much blue spots. Some here, as somebody earlier that said some part blue, some part. It's just recently they did that too.
Yes.
Understand? But it's just that through them want to do this international meet now and it's burnt out. It's not going to look good coming across the international. So they're going to change it. But the track was scheduled to be changed both in August.
August coming, yes.
It's just through the Grand Plan came up now. Michael Johnson rather them do it now. You understand?
Right.
So again, I don't know how they reach a national disgrace.
No, the people who are pushing it that far are also on a mission.
Yeah, I understand. But my God, man.
You could call it some other things. I think disgrace is going too hard.
Yeah, because if the track did dig up and not been maintained properly, but it's just that it's burnt out, natural causes.
No. We shouldn't forgive it though. It doesn't look good.
No, Orville, but if you put in a track and them say 4 years,
right?
Why would you change it before the 4 years?
That's what I'm saying. The word
it's scheduled to change.
You could say it's disappointing. You could say we have been, negligent. You could, but to say it's a disgrace, I think is a word used by people who also have agendas, well-known agendas.
Let me tell you, no track and field, real track and field fans gonna say anything like that about national stadium because we are there 24/7. Right now, like our track meet is on, we are there every Saturday. And we don't have a problem because we know that it's just burnt out. The athletes not complain about the track. So I don't know why a person who don't come to the track regular like that would say, talk ill about the track. And they don't. Well, most of them don't follow track and field.
No. The fact that that they have to be patching it now.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it is not the very best practice of how a track should be dealt with. You want these things out of your way well before them thing. You want it to be maintained, and we don't always have to be doing things at the last minute. But to suggest that it's a disgrace is a little strong, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hear start nothing about champs. Who you think going with champs?
Me
think they feared on the program,
Eh?
Huh?
Me have a track and field.
On the program.
They're not that's why man like you to call man the track minded people like you. Who going to win, champ?
Yeah, but I like to hear your views, you're the expert when it comes to prediction.
No. Me not follow the pre-champs me them enough for be able to make the call.
Okay.
But you have been following them, so you make the call. How it look?
It's too early for call.
It's too early for call. All right.
Yeah.
One of these days, as it get closer to champs, man, we have Davian Nugent, who is a walking track statistic.
Yeah.
I will
love your call you mean, man. Come with a love here.
No, man, but remember, champs is what? Champs is another 6 weeks, brother.
No, man. Or 5 something.
5 weeks. Man, don't kill me for a week.
Yeah.
So closer to that, maybe in the week before champs, then you don't know enough champs discussion will be on at them time.
Yeah. Carpetera is after Gibson's Carpetera.
Yeah.
And then you know that everything going shut down until champ.
All right. So closer to champs time, man, you'll be getting all the track and field analysis and information you want.
Okay. I got my
I hear 2 cents that.
Yeah, man.
All right, we move straight back to the lines. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Driver here, man.
Don't stop at all, man.
Orville, listen, you know, you know what? More I'm big up preacher now. Come on, come call us spade a spade. And you know why I said that. Preacher, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Big up yourself. Trust me, because and I'm surprised that correction never said more. The fact that he was the one and preacher who had the debate sometime last year. Really the same infrastructure thing. But anyway, there's a bit of information. First of all, Orville, when that track is 15 years old.
Yeah.
So when we have said the track, nothing wrong with the track, where they just come off, I don't think him have a clue, respectfully speaking, they have a clue, I must say. Because the track is 15 years old, and the lifespan of that track that was laid in, a matter of fact, it started early November, because I was living in Kingston at the time, all right? Early November, that track was dug up. Ask anybody, do your research.
Early November, which year?
2010.
Yeah,
early November 2010.
Wasn't there some infrastructural improvement on it in 2021 or something like that?
The track was since after that?
Yeah.
Not that I know, but the track itself was relaid late 2010. It was dug up in early November.
Then I'll preach and I'll say they did some renovative work on it in 2021, man.
What was done to it?
I don't know.
I the same cutout thing. I the same. So it's just that why it never shows so much is because the color never gets so dark.
Yeah.
Yep. And a matter of fact, the lifespan of the track also, Orville, is 10 years. 10 years. So in other words, the track itself has gone 5 years more. And if you ask me, that 5 years, more activities went on the track. On the track for that 5 years, more than the 10 years before. You know why? Because at the time, a lot of the activity that was held at Stadium East was brought over to the National Stadium. So in other words, the heavy traffic was at the National Stadium within that 5 years. Even if you ask me, more than the 10 years that the lifespan that it was for.
Hold on. We'll come back after this. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Driver, somebody sent me an article, November 20, 2020.
2020 what? Says what?
The Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, the Honorable Oliver Grange, has announced that resurfacing of the track at the National Stadium is set to start anytime now. While similar work at the Catherine Hall Sports Complex in Montego Bay, St. James is scheduled for the 2021 to 2022 financial year. Let me quote.
And do you live in Kingston?
Yeah.
I live in Montego Bay. You know of any track, any ask the track and field people if any work was done on it.
Minister Grange, I'm giving another quote. Let me give the quote now, man. The material, this is Minister Grange speaking that year. The material for the resurfacing of the stadium track is on site. And then she went into some explanations. Upgrading after 10 years of usage is now necessary for the track to retain its class 1.
You know, I read that article this morning before me call. Do my research, you know. Trust me. And I cannot remember. I come to town regular. I cannot remember knowing of any work was done during that time. But I don't want, we really don't want to talk about this track thing too much. Because too often when we discuss this particular matter, we tend to not to take off the green and the orange. We need to take off the green and the orange and speak about the matter at hand, brethren. We need to stop it. Take off the green and the orange, man, off of the thing and discuss the matter at hand. That's one. Number two, when people come on and I deal with the matter at hand, I will stop. You are again. Stop. I'm telling people them. So them I talk to. Well, you never say into so many words. In a subtle way, when they use the word agenda, we know you almost want a political agenda. Not we. Deal with the matter at hand, my boss.
I am dealing with the matter at hand.
The matter at hand is the dereliction of duties as it relates to the facilities, that's one, and the state of the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah? And most people discuss that. Forget about where you think the man is or who you know the people are, and discuss the matter at hand.
Then on the matter at hand.
No, man. And then you talk I told you about the man, them say you have agenda. You do it with Badger, you do it with Garbage. Not do it, sir. But I appreciate that.
Well,
make the man talk about what them think about the thing. If them wrong, tell them say them wrong. Don't tell the man about no agenda. That's what.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of criticism for you. Now, why are we?
Well, let me just say it again, just to annoy you and just to make you get a few gray hairs. We know Garvey is on a mission and we know Badger is on a mission.
But even if you know that, are they saying anything wrong?
No, I never said they were saying anything wrong.
Yeah, so don't put agenda in it. Say, you know, the man is not saying nothing wrong. No controversy, virgin.
All right. How about saying when Garvey called and said, aren't you the number 2 sporting show in Jamaica? Why don't you tell Garvey that he can't start the program?
Ask Garvey how much time about him about half here. To the point where it makes me word. I mean, war, literal, verbal war.
Why do you
I tell him half here.
Hold on, man. Why do you think he started like that? And why do you think Badger is telling us that it is Lady C that made him call? You believe that? Or you believe Badger didn't get satisfaction elsewhere and is on a mission?
Mum is the word. The other thing quickly, boy, coming to for running. You know, I don't want to say too long. Yeah. The football game with Cavalier. Yeah. I realize you people over there in Kingston, you Orville and a couple of others, you and Zidane and Oral Tracy too, gonna behave as if Kingston is Jamaica. I don't hear anybody mention the facility in Montego Bay, whether or not the game could be played down here, which is the Miami.
I talked to Mr. Speed. He says the
lighting. No, I heard you.
No, but me I tell you what the man said. They preferably would want that game to be played on the lights. And he said the stadium and Sabina Park are the 2 best lit venues in the country.
Those 2 places.
Yes. Lights.
Right now, Montego Bay Stadium.
Yeah.
It's not looking too bad. The field is looking good if you ask me.
Lights, driver. Don't go around what me say.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But the condition of the light you are saying is poor in Montego Bay.
Mr. Speed says that these 2.
No. Me never asked you that, man. No. Me ask you. Did you ask him? You never asked him. You could have asked him how about the light in Montego Bay. You never asked him that.
All right. So let me repeat. I asked Mr. Speed. And he said Sabina Park and the stadium are the 2 best lit grounds in Nigeria. And therefore, they would prefer it to be a night game, and therefore those 2 would be you know, what you call it now, priority.
So in other words, you're saying the lights in Montego Bay are not up to standards. But later on, I'm going to watch a match there tonight, you know, between Racing and Mobile tonight.
Yes.
So I'm asking you.
Yes. What's the
question? The light in Montego Bay. You know if the light in Montego Bay are not in good condition?
I haven't watched the game in Mobile in the night for a while.
Okay. Because you know why? Because you're all up over Kingston. Let me cut you out. Behave as if Kingston is Jamaica. And that's where I suffer from right now. That's why we are in the dilemma that we're in right now.
I don't schedule games for no, boss.
No. I'm not saying no, man. We have no reason.
Who's no? Big man, I don't schedule.
Let me repeat. I call some names, man.
No, but where did I say? Big man, where did I say the game should be played? Me, Euclid, Orville, never the games. Where me said the game should have played. Personally, I want the game played on a White House, Westmoreland. What is wrong with you, man?
Look here.
But you're accusing me. I never tell you where me want the game to play.
No. Listen, you don't have to say it. You know, we have no reason, bro.
No, man, I don't want to hear about Uno, man. The easiest thing for track yard, what did I Orville again say about the Fed?
Which one? Montego Bay?
About the Cavalier for play Miami, Inter Miami. What you hear me say about Fed?
You want to play in Jamaica, you never say specifically.
So if me never said nothing specifically, why are you telling me where me prefer?
Look here. There's some answers in silence sometimes. All right?
Hold on. You see him like, you say, me nothing say Garvey is on a mission.
Silence there's an answer in silence.
Hold on. You see him like, you say, me nothing judge Garvey and say him there on a mission. Don't judge me and say me there on a town versus country mission.
No, it is.
Me is a countryman by heart, sir.
Just like myself.
Good, sir. Leave it right there,
sir. Yeah, leave it there, sir. But stop behave as if Kingston is Jamaica. That's my mind.
Big man, me prefer countryman too. So I really mean I shouldn't be here tell that.
Well, we call some names, man. You know me prefer.
Well, name shouldn't be among those.
Listen to it.
And you see how ironic it is? You are here chastising me. Don't say that about Garvey. Don't say that about Badjo. You're unfair. And in the very next 2 minutes, you are doing the same thing by putting word in a mind.
Let me repeat what I just said. Well, you know this very well. There are some answers in silence. Many times you can pick up an answer.
But you are doing it to me now, brother. You are doing it to me. When me never tell you which part me want it stage.
That's why I'm saying silent. You never say anything. But listen to you. Your line of questioning of the gentleman, you know. You should have asked him, how about him say ideally 2 places he mentioned.
Anyway.
Real journalist to be, ask him, how about
if the man said these 2 venues him prefer, why I need to ask him about somewhere else?
No, man, pick him brain, man. What wrong with that?
Need to pick brain.
Make him give you an answer.
I said, no. I said, if it's not at the stadium, where would be your plan B? And the man tell me plan B. Why I need to ask him about plan C?
Look at that is what journalists do. Ask the question when some of them don't want to hear. Don't tell me that. Don't give me that.
Big man.
Ask the question. Don't give me that.
Don't tell me what journalists do, Mobile.
No. Ask some question.
I asked what is your plan B? I got a plan B. Because you have an interest in Mobile. You think I should ask
Jamaica,
about
man.
No, I don't know that Jamaica. No, man.
Me drive come to Kingston and watch everything.
No. Hey. I asked the right question.
Wide.
I asked the right. And the man saying why he prefer Sabina at the stadium. What you want me to do? Tell him say no if he carry the game go down and catch it out. Why me you would do that? It's called a national stadium for a reason, you know.
Listen me, a national team I play. Don't give me listen me, a national team I play. Don't give me that.
Enough to be the national team. It is the #1 football venue in the country.
Little more. And when it work on and crash, where else do we go? When okay, Jamaica come play down here, what do you know? You forget? So Jamaica play 2 games down here.
Not all, man. Anyway, leave it.
Okay, I don't know. Look, come on, man.
Leave it.
It's the one national team and Jamaica playing Mobile just there.
When me not give them
cool.
When me not give them, when them can't find nothing specific when me say wrong for customer, they must create something. The man saying prefer play Sabina if he can't get to play at the stadium. As a matter of fact, the man says as far as him know, I still them the game out. However, them have plan B. Plan B, Sabina Park. Where you want me to? Not more fair. The argument done, because Sabina Park will be available. Sabina going to have a match the 5th, Jamaica Guyana, up until the 8th. After that, Sabina will be available so far as I know. for the match play the 30th. Anyway, how we stay with the link? Them ready? So we can show. All right, people, big up to all of you who took the time out to listen to the program. Big up Nicholas, our hard-working technical operator. Big up to all who called. Big up Miss Marion, Miss B, who sat in the technical chair as well. The name is Orville. We throw now to Zidane and Co. down there at Draxon.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
This live broadcast of the Rain of your Jamaica Premier League game between Mount Pleasant Football Academy and the Chapelton Maroons is sponsored by Mount Pleasant Football Academy. Let's now join our team on location.
Welcome to Draxall here in St. Anne for Premier League action. Being lead leaders Mount Pleasant, not Mount Salem, Mount Pleasant and Chapelton Maroons. Mount Pleasant, they are running away with the league aspect of the league because you don't win it here. There's a knockout phase as well, and Chapter Maroons are only 3 points above the relegation zone. So this game is very important for them, even more important, you want to think, based on what I just said. My name is Christopher Zidane Matthews, and I'm here alongside Mr. Dwight Jeremiah, and we're soon to be joined by David Newday. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Jeremiah. What are your expectations of this encounter?
Oh, when you come to
So do you expect one?
A small contingent of fans here would be expecting that as well. An impeccable record here. Haven't lost here. 12 games at home, 11 win and a draw. They don't lose when they're leading at half time, so that's big. But they're brave man.